a large number of people who grew up watching The Lion King in the 90s were deeply disappointed when Disney released the live-action remake in 2019. The animation felt off. The movie was essentially a copy-paste of the original 2D film, and let's be honest, the remake was completely unnecessary. Now, Disney has given us a new movie called Mufasa, The Lion King Mufasa, which explores how Mufasa became a king and delves into the backstory of Scar. Well, kinda. Some might find this movie unnecessary, but I think the idea of understanding Scar's transformation into the villain is something intriguing. I always wonder, why did Scar turn into the antagonist? Why did he always believe he deserved to be the king instead of Mufasa? I was interested in seeing how they handled the villain's journey. I would have loved to see this story from the villain's perspective, but unfortunately that is not the case here. Comparing the live-action Lion King and Mufasa, the latter has made significant improvements in animation. One of the biggest issues with the 2019 remake was the lack of expressive facial animation, in my personal opinion, which they've addressed in Mufasa. Although some minor issues remain, the animation is way better than the last one. But how I said, this film feels unnecessary. It's a prequel, okay? So we already know the basic story. Mufasa is the hero, Scar is the villain, and there is not much room to suspense or intrigue. I don't really know if I have to warn you guys because I will say some spoilers, but come on bro, what can I spoil you? Did Mufasa become a king? That Scar betrays him? This happened 30 years ago, so the movie is older than me. This is a picture of me watching The Lion King. But anyway, quick reminder, this video has spoilers. So the story begins with Mufasa traveling with his family to a place called Milele. This place is said to be a land of abundant food and water, where Mufasa is destined to be the king. But a massive flood separates Mufasa from his family. Taka, not yet Scar, rescues Mufasa and reveals that he's always wanted a brother. However, Mufasa is a new lion in this group of lions and he's not welcome. And the only way to stay there is that he will be raised by female lions. And on the other hand, Taka will be raised by the male lions because one day he'll be the king. As they grow up, one day when they were hunting dinner, they found another pride of lions that surprisingly and suddenly they attacked to Mufasa, his adopted mother. That I have to be clear, but Mufasa's adopted mother is actually Taka's real mother. Mufasa, like a real man, decide to fight, saving Taka's mother, killing the leader's son, who it's supposed to be one day will be the king too. Apparently everyone has a problem or a trauma to being the king, so the big boss of that group got pissed, and okay, he has a reason. And now he wants revenge. Mufasa's group find this out, so they told to Taka and Mufasa to run away. Meanwhile, they'll make some time fighting against the White Gang. And yeah, we're gonna call it the White Gang. Okay? The rest of the movie is essentially a chase. The White Gang hunts Mufasa and Taka, forcing them to run away in search of Milele. And through the way they will meet characters like Sarabi, Rafiki, and Sasu. But through the process as well, Taka falls in love for Sarabi. And she chooses Mufasa instead. For sure, Taka gets mad and he had weird thoughts. He started to blame to Mufasa for his parents' death. So Taka got the genius idea, or the great idea, of betrayal to Mufasa and his group. And not enough with that, he sides with the White Gang. This was so stupid. Because bro, literally Mufasa saved your mother while you were running away, pussy. You're gonna betray your brother who saved your mother because a girl doesn't want to be with you? I don't know, this feels so stupid, sorry guys. But I guess the movie needs to keep going and someone has to be the bad guy, otherwise it will be stuck. So Mufasa's group arrived to what seems Milele, and the White Gang with Taka's help arrives too. So Mufasa decided to convince to the animals that he never saw before that moment, and using the power of friendship, they defeat to the bad guys. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, when Mufasa was fighting the big boss of this White Gang, Taka was watching everything, and suddenly he had an epiphany, a breakthrough, by something like a flashbacks of his childhood with Mufasa? I don't know. But the point is, Taka realized what he has done was wrong, and Mufasa is his real brother. So he jumped into the fight, saving Mufasa's life and getting the iconic scar in his face. Oh, well, actually in his eye. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole movie. The movie answers a few questions that I had about the backstory, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting an entire film to explore them. While it was interesting to fill in some gaps, I think the execution of this idea, it was not the best. Through the movie, there is a lot of annoying times that, I don't know, without any specific reason, they decided to cut off the story just to remember to the viewer that this story is being told by Rafiki to Simba's son. And it was pretty frustrating because when you finally are following the plot of the movie, they just decided to cut it off and play some random shots of Timon and Pumbaa going to the bathroom. I would love to be kidding. If you miss that part, nothing changes. And the only thing that was surprising, and in my personal opinion disappointing, was to find out that Mufasa and Scar, they are not really brothers, like blood brothers. So yeah, I don't know why they decided to do that. Yeah, the movie for me fails in that way, because I truly thought they were bloody brothers, if I can say it, like real brothers from the same mother, you know? But no, basically they are not, and you're gonna watch that in the first 10 minutes in the movie. And yeah, I get it, family isn't always blood, and blah blah blah, yap 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 yap. But I have to be fair as well, because I think there is not a lot of room to do something incredible, especially if you called your movie Mufasa. And let me explain a little bit. I think maybe this movie could be more interesting if Scar were the main character, and the whole story would have been around him. Because at least we are seeing a different point of view that explains why a villain becomes a villain, making it accurate and reforging the reason why he has done it. Instead, we got a movie called Mufasa because I guess Disney decided that Mufasa sells more than Scar due to people's nostalgia. And to be honest, we see a lot of weird moments when Scar's decisions are not clear. The way how he regrets of his own decisions, it's too quick, and it shows the poor planning of this prequel, in my opinion, making evidence that the reasons that move Mufasa are really vague and just happen because must to happen, otherwise the movie cannot continue. But I gotta say guys, Mufasa isn't a great movie, but it's not the worst either. It's just a straightforward story from point A to point B with some predictable events. I feel they missed the opportunity to create something much more compelling by dividing deeper into Scar's past as the main character. And I'm gonna stay with the idea that this movie, well, actually this story, this prequel, it would have more potential if they decided to tell it through the Scar's view. Just Scar's view, like a main character. Instead, we got a movie that is pretty flat, the songs aren't even good, and some parts in the plot lack of reasons to explain why they do what they do. And I will rate this movie with a 6, because today I feel benevolent, I don't know. But just remember, the most important thing is what you think. Did you guys enjoy the movie? Are you happy with how the story was told? Or do you think it would have been better to focus on Scar's story and give him more solid reasons to become the villain? Let me know your thoughts, and I will be reading every comment you put through. So yeah, I will catch you up in the next video next week. And yeah, if you wanna support this content, just subscribe to the channel and like this video. See you in a couple days. Besos.